Dapat ba kayong sumunod blindly sa mga trading signals, predictions, and advice ng mga gurus sa internet or even sa mainstream media? Pag-usapan natin yan sa video na ito. Hi there, so this is Dale once again of DK Capitals, your partner to your trading success and freedom. Sa episode na to, pag-usapan naman natin yung about sa kung dapat ba nating pakinggan or kung ano ba yung gagawin natin kapag meron tayong naririnig na mga sikat na mga trading gurus na nagpapublish or nag-i-issue ng statements nila regarding market predictions, kung ano yung mga opinions nila about sa market. So alam naman natin marami ng mga well-known na mga trading gurus, even mga coaches ay nagpapublish or ginagawang expert or pundit ng media or mainstream media regarding trading, regarding stock market and the economy. So alam naman natin na may mga experience sila, may mga track record sila, and in fact most of them are owning hedge fund companies and mga big multi-million companies in the US. But the question is, dapat ba talaga natin silang pakinggan or should we follow them blindly kapag mayroon silang mga trading predictions or opinions about the market? Isa sa mga hinahangaan ko when it comes to trading is walang iba kundi si Peter Lynch. So Peter Lynch is one of the most successful investor and most successful trader sa Wall Street nung kapanahunan niya. And Peter Lynch wrote this book, One Up on Wall Street. By the way, I really advise you to read this book, especially if you're a beginner in trading and investing. Napakalaking tulong nito, and myself, it really changed me and my perception and my expectation regarding trading and investing. One of the favorite quote that I really adopted in my trading journey is about smart money versus dumb money. So sabi ni Peter Lynch, smart money isn't really smart and dumb money isn't really dumb. The only way that the dumb money becomes dumb is that if it listens to the smart money. So ano po yun nun? Yung smart money, yun po yung mga malalaking gurus, yung mga big investors, bankers, no? Sila po yung mga tinatawag na smart money in trading industry or especially in Wall Street, no? May mga jargon sila doon. And yung mga dumb money, no? Sila po yung mga maliliit lang na mga trader, mga retail traders like you and me na nakikinig po or sumusunod sa kanila. And we all know that we are tracking the trails or the paths of the smart money or the big institutional traders. But then, sabi ni Peter Lynch, be careful and be vigilant in following the smart money because most often than not, you will get whacked in the market. Let's talk about Michael Burry. So, pag-usapan sa Michael Burry kasi when it comes to having this fame or having this kind of reputation in the market, na actually tinagurian siyang the man who predicted the 2008 global financial crisis. No, alam naman natin nung way back, the 2008 global financial crisis is one of the most historical event na nangyari po sa stock market, wherein the market really dropped, really tanked, and it's really devastating to lots of people. It started as a real estate crash because of the unsustainable subprime mortgage, kasi noong time na yun yung mga bangko nagbebenta sila ng mortgage-backed securities, no, sa mga investors. But then during that time, it wasn't really backed by high quality lendees because those people don't have the qualification to get that type of loan. So ibig sabihin hindi nila kayang bayaran yung loan, and then it got piled up. And nakita po yun Michael Burry, and yun yung binet niya. Actually, he started betting around 2005 na this system will collapse. And then true enough, in 2008, nag-collapse nga siya, and then it caused a domino effect kasi maraming mga bangko ang nagsara. Okay, maraming mga bangko na hindi nila kaya ang ibalik yung pera ng tao sa kanila, so nagsara po sila. Yun yung nangyari din way back in 2023 during the collapse of the 4 banks in the US, mga 4 regional banks including the Silicon Valley Bank na nag-collapse din, nagkaroon ng bank crisis. So that happened, no, during the 2008 global financial crisis, that it caused on the Federal Reserve, no, to act on it. Si Michael Burry nagbet ng market, but actually here's the catch, no, yung bet niya happened around 2005 and had unrealized loss, no, napakalaki ng unrealized loss niya, na umabot po ng 1 billion, na to the point na if it didn't happen in 2008, yari siya noon. Talagang maliliquidate si Michael Burry during that time. But buti na lang nangyari no 2008, he was able to make 700 million US dollars, and actually he pocketed 100 million US dollars during that time and distributed the remaining to his investors. Now, dyan siya sumikat, no? And he gained his popularity. And the reason why a lot of people are listening to him and following his advices. But here's the catch. Based on this data, napakaraming mga prediction din ni Michael Burry na palpak, bulilyaso, at hindi nagkatotoo. And just recently, he predicted or he bet, actually noong 2023, during the bull market, I bought the market at the bottom of the 2022 bear market. That was October. And napakahirap nung time na yun kasi napakaraming guru na nagsasabi na hindi sustainable yung bull market na yan. Napakadelikado niyan. You need to be cautious. Yun yung sabi ng mga gurus. And then, nag-tweet pa si Michael Burry during that time. That was a formerly Twitter. Nag-tweet siya to sell, no? Sabi niya sell. So, nagpanic na naman yung mga tao. But then, again, makita nyo naman, 2023, talagang umakyat yung market, no? Sustainable bull run until 2024. So 2023, napakaraming nangyari noon, but I held my position and I made a lot of money during that time, no, hundreds of thousands during this bull market. In short, hindi ko sinunod sina Michael Burry, Robert Kiyosaki, Jeremy Grantham. So isa po yan sa napakaraming mga Wall Street gurus na laging nagpipredict, laging nag-instill ng fear in my system as value investor na trader. Once I my position, I really hold that position because I really have this strong conviction about the S&P 500. Not only just because I have this hunch, but I have a solid data about the S&P 500. It's more than 90 years data of the overall US stock market, and we all know that S&P 500 is just part of the big US stock market that holds the top 500 companies or solid, formidable companies of the stock market. Just recently na naman, naglabas na naman ng statement si Michael Burry that he bet against Nvidia and Palantir. So Nvidia and Palantir, ito yung top na mga AI companies ngayon na nagbo-boom. In fact, number 1 ang Nvidia sa Magnificent 7 ng S&P 500, and nagbet si Michael Burry ng 1.1 billion just this month, no, November, and just the previous week nagbet siya ng 1.1 billion against Nvidia, and he said that Nvidia is already on a bubble because of so many things that he mentioned, most particularly the earnings daw or whatnot. But the reality is that Nvidia is earning a lot, no, earning billions of dollars. And in fact, the latest release, the quarter 3 release of the year 2025 surpassed the expectations of the Wall Street, of the investors, na it caused the market to rally. No, napakataas po ng inangat ng Nvidia. And surprisingly, another news has been released that Michael Burry registered his hedge fund company. In short, sinarado niya ang kanyang hedge fund company na Zion Asset Management from the Security and Exchange Commission in the US. Be careful of following blindly the pundits, the gurus. Kasi I have lots of data regarding pundits. Hindi lang si Michael Burry, Jeremy Grantham, tandaan niyo yung pangalan na yan. Jim Cramer, Katie Wood, ayan, tandaan nyo yan. And number 1, the market crash sayer ng stock market is walang iba kundi si Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki, walang tigil yan. Lagi niya sinasabi na magka-crash. Year after year, months after months, sinasabi niya. In fact, he has more than 1,000 prediction na magka-crash ang market. So the thing is, as a value investor, nasabi nga ni Peter Lynch, that the market, based on the data, the US stock market has been bullish for the past 90 years, around 75% at a time. And bearish or moving sideways around 25%. So meaning, why would you predict a crash, or why would you pour your energy and your focus of a market crash na mas mataas pa yung data ng bullish market kaysa sa bear market? Right? So that's logical. So it doesn't really make sense to pour your money predicting a market crash. You can just pour your money to buy when the market is at the fair value or at a cheap value, because most often than not, the market will just go up. It's 90 years or almost 100 years of the market, it has been going up no matter how big is the economic turbulence, wars, pandemics, no, the Great Depression, World Wars. So kung titingnan natin ang US stock market, it rallied secularly for the past, let's say, 70 to 90 years. Okay, so that is why in my trading system, especially when I adopted the principles and philosophy of Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, and Jesse Livermore, I really stick with the primary trend, or the primary and the secular trend of the market. All you need to do is ride the big trend to maximize the profits. Now, recently, I have a position once again because last April or last around February to March, the market crashed again by almost 19%. Almost went to a bear market territory because of the trade war or the tariff wars of Donald Trump against multiple countries, especially with China. Napaka-critical no, kasi China is one of the superpower and giant economy in the world. So pag nagmangga yung dalawang yan, talagang nayayanig po ang mundo ng financial markets. So that's why the market crashed. Then I bought at the bottom once again, just like what I did during the 2022 bear market. And right now, I am up of almost 25%. But then again, hearing those kinds of predictions that the market is already at the top, and in my next video, I will also share to you the idea about the PE ratio and the growth earnings ratio and whatnot. Yung mga ideas na yan, some of them are used as a basis when or when not the market is already overvalued or at the peak value. I hope you learned something in this video, and we'll have more topics, especially about idea about my market valuation and why I really chose S&P 500 as my mainstream or cash cow in my trading activities or trading journey. By the way, kung bago lang kayo sa channel ko and you want to learn more about our trading strategy, especially when it comes to trend following, price action trading, and long-term position trading, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and please click the notification bell for you to be notified first whenever I have a new uploaded video. And if you are a newbie in trading, I have a new ebook that I just released, which I will be giving for free. Please don't forget to follow me on Facebook and message me on our Facebook Messenger in this Facebook page. The link is on the comment section. Please don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Thank you so much. This is Dale again of DK Capitals. See you.